I actually got bullied for because I say ew, but in Germany they say e. And welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Montana and I was an exchange student in Germany. Now I'm back in the United States. I was in Germany for a little bit and a lot of my upcoming videos are probably going to be from Germany because I filmed a lot there. But I wanted to take a second to show you guys my new filming space. I'm back in Charlottesville at UVA and this is my setup. I've hung up all these decorations, so hopefully it looks good as the background of this video. But today I'm going to be teaching you guys some common filler words in German. Something that I noticed was that getting to live in Germany and learn the language there, I definitely picked up on the filler words and common phrases that people will use that you probably wouldn't learn if you were learning German from home, from the United States, or from wherever you are. And some of these filler words just make no sense to me, but I think that it's important to learn them if you're trying to learn German. Maybe if you are German, then you could clarify what some of these actually mean. But I'm going to give it my best. The first one that I actually have is aua, and in Germany, instead of saying ow or ouch when something hits you, so if someone like hits your foot, or I don't know, I just hit my arm, but if you hurt yourself, like stub your toe, instead of saying ouch, or I guess in English you would probably say a cuss word, but you could do that too in Germany, but they say aua, and I can never really get these filler words exactly right, like with a German accent. I think it's just really hard because it's more natural when you grow up speaking German. You're gonna use these filler words, obviously, versus when you grow up speaking like English, it's hard to incorporate new filler words. It's hard for me to change my ow to aua, but sometimes it did happen. The next one that I have is one that I use definitely way too much, and that's oha. If something's really crazy or someone's telling you something and you understand, you could be like oha, like that's crazy, oha. In English we would probably say ah, but in German they add the o to the beginning, so it would be oha. Before I get on to some of my other filler words that I have to share, I wanted to take a second to thank Lingoni for sponsoring this video. Lingoni is a German online language learning program, and it was made by German with Jenny and some other native speakers, and I thought it was just really cool that they reached out to me because I actually watched so many of Jenny's videos. The online language service is composed of 3 different components, and it goes from A1 until B2. It's only for German, so it's really tailored to learning German and practicing. I've used it a lot this past week, and let me just pull up the website now so you guys can see it real quick. So here's Lingoni's website. This is the main page. It says Learn German with Native Speakers, and here in the center is Jenny. It is a language app by native speakers. If you go to your dashboard, okay, it looks like I've done nothing. I promise you guys that I did do classes and a lot of the vocab lists, but I actually just took the placement test to switch into zwar because I was in A1. Language learning online is really, really complicated because I learned German first, speaking wise, but my written comprehension and reading is kind of a lot lower than it should be. So that's why I'm in zwar. It actually reset my progress, but as you can see, you can go into lessons, and you've got all of these videos. You get access to extra videos that you don't get to see on public YouTube, and you can fill in all of the worksheets. And after you fill in the worksheets, you'll submit it and it'll correct it for you. There's also other areas like this vocab training, which has really, really been helpful so far because I don't know the articles. Lastly, just wanted to show you guys that they also have podcasts, which are really cool. They're more shorter ones, but I really like how it has the worksheet right next to it. I really encourage you guys, if you're learning German, to try out Lingoni and see if it's the right platform for you. Like I said, they've got so many resources available. It's so tailored to German, and you get access to all those new videos. I kid you not, guys, I've watched so many of those videos. I'm going to put a link in my description if you do want to try out Lingoni. If you use that link, then it will give you a discount when you sign up. So thank you so much, Lingoni, and back to my common German filler words. Next filler word that I have for you guys is more of a phrase, and it is und zwar. And I don't really understand. This is one of the ones that I really have trouble figuring out what it means because there's no true equivalent in English, but professors will definitely use und zwar a lot when they're speaking. If you had to translate it the closest, it would be and so, or and now. Say, oh, I have this point to make, but instead of saying that, it'll be und zwar, and it's a connecting phrase into whatever the next phrase or sentence they want to say is. Another one, just to give you guys some better context, this one I can actually describe better, is achso. This is similar to oha. I would say that they're interchangeable, but achso is really for big epiphanies. Like you finally understand something and maybe you didn't understand and the whole time you were just nodding your head and you were thinking, yeah, okay, I kind of get it. Then you finally get it. That's when you say, ach so, ja, ich verstehe. When someone's talking to me, I never know how I'm supposed to react because in English you would say, okay, yeah, okay. But in German, it feels weird to constantly be saying, ja, okay, ich verstehe. I definitely use the word okay as a filler word in German, but they tend to say okay. Instead of using okay so much, I'll say ach so. I guess I should name this video common German noises and filler words because not all of these are actual words. Like oha isn't a word. It's just a noise that people make a lot. But my favorite one is ach man. And it's when something bad happens or just something kind of goes in a way that you didn't want it to go and you can be like, ach man, warum ist das passiert? Oder ach man, jetzt muss ich blah 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 machen. That is one of my favorite phrases to say because it's just really fun, like ach man. Another common filler word is oder. This is what they'll put at the end of a question, and in English we wouldn't do this. We wouldn't say you're going to the concert or, but in German you'd add the oder at the end of the question just kind of to lighten up the question in a way and to insinuate that you want a response back. So if I said kommst du mit oder, then I would be implying that the person should respond. That is another one that I use far too often because you don't necessarily need the oder. It's just an add-on, which makes it a filler word. You could also just say kommst du mit. Just to throw in a tip here, if you want to start using these common filler words more, pick maybe one a day and just start trying to incorporate it in your head. So what I like to do is I'll talk to myself in German when I'm alone and I'll really try to use the filler words and the filler sounds as well. For me, I would like to sound more German, and I think that using filler words is a really great way to sound more natural when you're speaking, especially when you are in Germany. Another sound that they make a lot in Germany, which I actually got bullied for because I say ew, but in Germany they say e, and that just is so weird to me. Ew is such a common sound, and I actually didn't realize how much I said ew until my friends in Germany would be like, Montana, stop saying ew, that doesn't make sense, we don't say that here. So I never really got used to saying e. It's just one of those things that I don't think you can change. Like, you could if you really set your mind to it, but I would rather say ew than e. The last one that I have for you guys is more of a phrase. It's kind of a filler word, not really, but it's jein, and it's a mixture of ja and nein. So it's like naja, no, naja is also German. If I had to think of an English word that was similar, I would say kinda. So if the answer to a question is both yes and no, then instead of saying ja und nein, they say jein, because it combines them both. And I think that's so funny. That's very, very German to come up with such a useful term. If you are German and have any better clarifications for these filler words, please feel free to write that below. I would love to know maybe where these words came from. It's hard for me to look up these filler words and common sounds because I don't know how to exactly spell them. I feel like that's always my problem with German though. And I just wanted to remind you guys again, if you're interested in trying out Lingoni to practice your German and improve your language skills, then make sure you check out my comment section for that link. Thank you so much for watching. Bleibt gesund und tschüss!